I'm out here with this time for maintenance for the Inspire 2, especially those batteries. And it's hard to like keep an eye on all these batteries. I got the Phantom full batteries, the Inspire 2 batteries, which are the ones here. I got the Mavic 3 batteries. I got some Alta batteries. I even got an Alta 6 batteries. You got to maintain his batteries. And let's look at this one here. If you look, it's looking a little fat. Like, I don't know what's going on with this one. It's looking a little fat. So when they start looking a little fat, man, like when they start swelling up around, you could tell when they're getting a little big around this area here. See, like along this area right here, you can feel like the skin is lifting up a little bit. You got to be real careful with this type of battery, especially in cold weather, because your voltage could drop out of nowhere, and there goes your copter. Ah, boy. Same thing with this one here. It look a little swelled up. Let's see. Yeah, it's how much. See, did it charge? Yeah. Yeah, it's fully charged though, but it looks a little swelled up a little bit. Got to be careful with that. You can still use these batteries though, but mainly use them to set up your copter. Don't use them to fly long distance or in extremely cold weather, because the voltage would certainly drop on you. So you gotta be careful with this type of batteries. I gotta look how many cycles is left on these batteries, because they're looking a little swelled up, like they're living off the fat of the land out here. Been eating too good, so they getting a little fat. So yeah, that's something I gotta look into. And even with this thing here, with this remote, it has a battery at the back of it, as you can see. It has a battery. I think this is the same battery used in the Inspire 3 for the remote, for the big remote for the Inspire 3. That's the same type of batteries. You gotta be careful with this battery. This one, you just gotta keep it charged at least 50% before you store it away. And you shouldn't have too much problem. These don't swell up, but they're in a hard case. So it's hard for you to tell when they're gonna go bad or not. Okay, I got a few of these batteries here. Let's see. All right.
I'm gonna slap the
let's get the
antenna
copper started and let's rock.
Being that I can't do, I'm using one hand here, so let me make sure this thing's getting on there properly. All right, got that. Get the second one on here. I gotta admit, I hope this thing is okay. It's in. There you go. It's in properly. Gotta make sure this thing is. There we go. Gotta make sure to snap in with this remote here. All right, let's get the. This is old. This thing is a bit older. You know. But at one time that was the best they had out here. You know what I'm saying? But the copter's still a great copter. It's still good. Still worked the same way it did the first time I got it. You know. So look at this big dogs. It's gorgeous dogs. Yeah, this guy, he's so lazy and shit. Also, got the dogs running. Jesus. I gotta take that out. That's not cool. Anyway, there we go. We setting this up. Let's get this in there. Raise up the antenna a little bit. Let's turn this remote on. Okay, I'm at 100% with this remote. Oh, I guess you may not be able to see it. Alright, I don't know why this thing's not coming on. Unless I didn't put it on right. Battery's cool. Yeah, the battery's full. I don't know why it didn't come on. Let's see. Okay. There it is. It's coming up. Hey. Okay, I'm gonna look inside. I'm gonna see how many cycles on these batteries, because it seems like a good amount of them is dying. I don't know what's going on. Let's go. Let me step to the side here to see what's up with these batteries. Let's enter device. Does that line up? Yeah. Okay. There we go. It said no battery available. Is the copter off? Oh, the remote is off. There we go. I'm bugging. Let me move this off. Alright. Let's wait for this thing to. Come on. There we go. There we go. It's in latest firmware. It's good. A whole bunch of this blah. Calibrate compass. What's going on? Oh shit. I gotta calibrate the compass. Okay, being that I only got one hand, two hands, so I'm gonna take a pause and calibrate the compass. Alright. You can see here, we're gonna check out the battery. I just finished doing the calibration. I'm gonna check out the battery right now. Let's put this on automatic. Put the focus on automatic, make sure it's focusing. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, this. Alright. So anyway, let's check out the batteries, because I'm looking at the batteries. One of them is averaging at 4.19, and one is at 4.21. And these are 6-cell batteries. As you can see, there's a small variation in voltage. Okay, the first cell is at 4.19, 4.21, 22, 22, 24, and 0.23. It's a small variation. I mean, it's something to keep an eye on, as long as they're not dropping below, like, I'm not sure what's the base for these batteries, but I think if you start dropping below like 3.2 or 2.2, anything crazy like a good variation between the cells, then you got a problem. So you shouldn't be flying those batteries in. You shouldn't be using these batteries. All right, so let's start the copter and see. It's kind of cold out here. We're in New York City out here, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let this thing warm up, even though the batteries, they do warm up by themselves, but I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit. I'm gonna let it warm up, and I'm gonna take off in a couple of seconds. This is mainly my maintenance. I don't fly this thing that much. Okay, I don't really fly that much, so just doing the maintenance on it, and just to make sure it's working fine. All right, we're gonna get ready to start flying. I'm done. I'm done testing this thing. It flew nice, as usual. No problem expected. One thing I do notice when you're carrying the Inspire 2 in this type of case, if you wheel the case around, if you're wheeling it, you're pushing it around, you're pulling it, you're gonna have to calibrate the aim. You're gonna have to do a compass out calibration on it. You definitely got to. For some reason, when you shake this, when you have it in the case and you're moving it around, and it's gonna give you an error. So you got to be careful with that as well. All right, and the batteries, keep an eye on your batteries, and that goes for any DJI drones like the Phantom 4s, any Phantom, any Maverick 3s. You gotta be careful with those batteries. In cold weather, they do drop a little bit, so you gotta be careful with them. All right, so again, like I said, when this thing is in the case, you gotta be careful with it, because once you start pulling the case around, like I'm about to do, I know next time I'm gonna use this, I gotta calibrate it. I gotta calibrate it again. All right, bye-bye.